It's your boy Cee Munyun out of West Oakland, California. I'm here tapped in with Industry's Most Wanted. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in.
I remember when they wouldn't drop a rock on me. Now my neck wet enough to put a yacht on it. I'm still the same nigga from the block, brody. Look, ain't shit switched, but this Glock on me. Ain't nothing flipping, but this not on me. Something soft, make it clap when she on top of me. Ain't ducking nothing, nah, get niggas to drop on me. The love gone.
Hey, what's going on, man? It is your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live. Where we at?
Industries.
Big Industries Most Wanted, not the little one.
Wanted.
Boom. Listen, we got a superstar checking in today. He came in looking super fly, all the way from the West Coast, out here in Atlanta now. Cee Munyun, what's going on with your family? How you doing today?
I'm hanging in there. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. Thank you for being here. Came through looking super fly.
Appreciate it.
With good energy, positive vibes. I appreciate you being here.
I appreciate you having me.
100%. Absolutely. Go ahead and give us a brief introduction of who you are.
Cee Munyun. I'm out of West Oakland, California. The Bay Area, East Bay to be exact. Out here based in Atlanta now, in the Atlanta metropolitan area. You know what I'm saying? Just moving around, trying to get this music heard. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to work.
Definitely. That's what I'm talking about. Now, let me tell you, you ain't trying, you doing.
Thank you.
You are here. Listen, he was here early, beyond on time, you know what I'm saying? And he came in here with the good energy, positive vibes. That's what I'm talking about. Definitely. Before we dive into your music and stuff, let's take it back just a little bit so people understand your journey. You're originally from Oakland, California.
Yeah.
You resided there until what age?
Till I was about 4 years.
Okay.
4 years ago, moved out here to Atlanta area. So yeah, I've been out there my whole life.
Your whole life. I can tell you kind of got that West Coast like accent to you. Listen, when I growing up, some of my favorite music came from the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So big shout out, definitely. Growing up in Oakland, what was it like for you? What were you into?
Trouble.
Keep it G.
Keep it G. Trouble. In and out the system.
Yeah.
Day one. Foster care, juvenile hall, just trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Until, music kind of like, that was my therapy.
Yeah.
Doing time and stuff. I was doing music before I went, but that was my place of peace. Going in and out of being incarcerated and shit like that.
Absolutely. And I hear that often from a lot of artists. You know, they'll simply say that music basically saved their life. And I feel like music, is a form of therapy for everybody, whether you're creating music
Or
listening to music, because we all got them go-to records when we're going through something. About what age did you actually maybe start writing music?
I think I started writing music about 13.
Okay, you was
13,
young.
14.
Yeah.
13, 14 years old.
Do you feel like growing up like in Cali or on the West Coast influenced you? Because, there's been historically superstars created in Cali.
Yeah. Yep. It influenced me growing up, especially like I came up kind of like in the 90s area when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So that's when hip hop, gangster rap, more like a hardcore rap was popping a lot, street rap. I had a lot of uncles and older friends from the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That just make me get in the circle and freestyle with them and like force me to rap kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like little ciphers on the block and shit like that.
Definitely. I remember NWA was one of my faves. I had them on cassette tape. That's how much of an OG I am. Some of y'all don't know about them cassette tapes. I played that joint till it broke, literally. You know what I'm saying? Because I just love that era of hip hop, that era of music. I love a lot what's out there now, but just Snoop and of course, one of my first interviews I did probably 13 years ago was with Warren G. So that was a big monumental moment for me. So I pay homage to the West Coast. Yeah, absolutely. And listen, I could tell, I could hear it in you. That's you. It's in you.
Send me. This shit for sure.
Definitely. Sure. When you moved out here to the A, was it for music?
Nah, it was really for a change of lifestyle to get more focused. I got kids, I got a family, so I ain't want my kids really growing up like the way I grew up. Wanted to give them options and opportunities, like, you know what I'm saying, to be something in life. Like, and I heard out here, you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of small business owners and a lot of entrepreneurship, and there's a lot of opportunity. So I wanted my kids to have better opportunities than I did.
I respect that. I so respect that. And that's the thing, is we always want our kids to do better than us.
Yes.
Always, 100%. Let's talk about you being a father. How did that change your life when your firstborn came?
I had to dumb it down a little bit. I had to, it made me think a little more.
Yeah.
Made me think a lot more because I wasn't just living for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know how I feel coming up with no guidance and no parents, so it was kind of like, I take my kids through that. You know what I'm saying?
100%. One thing about kids, like you said, is it really teaches us to be proactive rather than reactive.
Yeah, it does.
You have to think before every move because you don't want them winding up being raised by someone else or like you said, you were in foster care. You don't ever want that for your kids.
And they might not be as lucky as you either.
No, that is
blessed, you know
exactly 100%, man. Definitely. Do they like it out here?
Yeah, they love it.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good, man. It is dope out here because you do get some of that true Southern hospitality. And I feel like Atlanta, because I've been to a lot of cities on music business and events and stuff, and I feel like Atlanta really supports the independent artists out here.
I love it out here.
Yeah.
I love it. It's my new home.
It's your new home, definitely. You ain't got to give us your exact location, but what part of Atlanta are you in?
Like towards Cobb County, like Powder Springs area.
Yeah, it's nice out there.
But, I play in the city. From time to time, I got family on different sides of Atlanta, so I'll be in and out moving around.
Definitely. So you've been doing music professionally for about 15 years now. You've been doing it for a very long time, professionally for about 15 years. Over these 15 years, what would you say is like the biggest lesson you've learned about this music business? Because it's forever changing.
Biggest lesson I learned is being humble.
Yeah.
And having positive energy, no matter what you're going through in life at the time. You gotta have a mindset to want to change.
Yes.
You can't be stuck in your ways. And stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter what it is, stay consistent. Don't let nobody knock you off your pivot. Don't let nobody tell you can't do it. Just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Stay hungry and stay humble.
Man, that is like, that's right there. That's like, he took us to church. Well, no, that is gospel right there because you are absolutely right. And I think every artist needs to hear what you just said. Don't let no one knock you off your pivot because there's going to be a lot of doubters and naysayers and haters and stuff that we're going to encounter along of our journey. We can't listen to all that. We got to stay focused.
Sure.
For you, is it your family that's really keeping you focused?
Yeah. My family and then for once me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I worried about what nobody else saying or what nobody else thinking. Just living for my kids and then for once putting what I want, you know what I'm saying, putting my talents and gift first opposed to always trying to help everybody else or be there for everybody else. I'm just putting my immediate family and myself first this time.
Absolutely. When earlier on in your music career, did you ever encounter situations where it did bother you what other people said or what other people thought and you had to learn to put that out the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all go through that.
Yep, I had to go through it. For sure.
Let's dive into that a little bit because there's a lot of artists still going through that. They don't know how to take what's called constructive criticism. Yeah. How did you combat that? How did you steer away from that and be able to say, you know what, I don't care what people say or think. I'm going to do me.
First, you got to be honest with yourself, to me, in my opinion, which is you got to understand, there's different lanes within rap.
Yes.
So everybody don't listen to the same type of rap.
Yes.
So if somebody telling you, hey, you got to be versatile, and you gotta understand that, hey, are you making music for you or are you making music for the world? You
right.
Separate that, and you got to just, you got to take constructive criticism like you would do anything else. If you had a job and your boss telling you, hey, you need to be on time or you got to do this more, it's the only way you're going to get promoted is if you do this, and do that. I feel like it's the same thing in the music industry. Like half the people who are judging you or giving you constructive criticism are somewhat fans or probably want to be a fan.
Yes.
Or could be a fan. So if you take their opinions into consideration, like it could help your following.
Yes.
It could help your growth. That's really about it. You know what I'm saying? I had to tell myself that at the I used to just make a lot of street music, just gangster music, mob music, mob, everybody like, man, you too mobbed out. Like you gotta, that ain't you. You ain't hard all day. You gotta talk to the ladies. You gotta make something for the club. So that's what I started doing, just jumping in different angles and stuff. And they was right. Like I get it. I like the songs better.
Yeah, that was great advice that was given to you, and I'm glad that you took heed to that because that is absolutely the truth. You want to dive into a little bit of everything if you can because it's going to open you up to a broader audience. statistically, women are going to be your biggest supporters and fans of your music because you're a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to cater to the ladies too.
Yes,
definitely. So would you say that you went from making music strictly for you to now you're making music for the masses?
Yes.
I love that, man. You said you're enjoying it more too.
Yes.
That is dope, man. What would you say out of all the records that you put out so far has really gained you the most attention?
Right now, a song what gained me the most attention?
Yeah.
Probably a song I did with Too Short a long time
Hold
ago.
on now. What?
Yeah.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
Yo, of course you from the West Coast, you got to get a record in with.
Shout out Too Short, too.
Shout out Too Short. One of my favorites, bro. Listen, congratulations. That's a big move right there. I could see why that would gain you some attention because Too Short is a legend. How did that situation come about?
So I got some family. I got some family. Well, Uno from the pack. He always been supportive.
Yeah.
Of my music. Used to rap a little B&M. I was in the streets doing what I do, just making music as a hobby. And then I guess he played my music around Short from what I was told. He played my music around him. I guess he asked. I showed up. We recorded the song. He gave me a shot to you know what I'm saying, let the rest of the Bay Area hear what I'm working with. And a lot of people, that's hard to get where we from. A lot of people don't just reach out to the streets like that and feature you on their songs and stuff and give you a shot to do your thing. So once again, shout out to Uno, shout out to the whole pack. Yeah, that's how that came about.
Man, that is dope. And it speaks a lot about his character for him wanting to do that 100%, man. Big salute to the legendary Too Short, man. That is fire. All right, so kind of on another twist out of all the records you put out, which one's the most personal for you?
I got a couple of them. One of them is something I just dropped on YouTube called Timeless.
Yeah.
I got another one called Snakes and War Stories.
That sounds personal.
It is. And then I don't know. Like I kind of been liking a lot of the stuff I've been doing lately. Like I've been digging a little deeper and found the passion for it again. So. Like my whole new wave of music, I can't really say all of them my favorites right now.
You're really in your bag, man. I love that for you. I love that for you. No, you're doing.
Thank you.
You're doing. He ain't trying. Y'all tell him he's doing it, man. Say it with your chest. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Definitely. No, that is dope. When you write these type of records that are, kind of personal to you, where are you at mentally when you're versus like maybe you're writing a club record?
I'm thinking about what I'm doing in the club and what everybody else would be doing.
Yeah.
Like I vision myself in that room. You know what I'm saying? And I try to like say something that's gonna relate to everybody from the female that's over there with her friends to the dudes over there trying to, you know what I'm saying, buy her a drink. You know what I'm saying? Dudes just chilling with they peoples. Like I try to reach out to every angle inside the club.
Absolutely. And that's what you have to do is you have to put yourself in not only your own shoes, but someone else's, because that covers every dynamic of what people want to hear in a record. Just like I tell artists when they start a clothing brand, I'm like, you want to put yourself in the consumer shoes. Would you buy and wear that?
No, really.
Because a lot of them make stuff going back for themselves, like kind of you say with the music, you have to put yourself in the consumer shoes. Would you buy and wear that? No? Well, then you probably don't need to put it on a shirt.
No, for sure.
Same thing with your music, 100%, definitely. So you got the record with Too Short. Did you guys ever get a chance to shoot a video for it?
Yeah, we shot one for it.
Man,
it was on this
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, it was on this No Trespassing album.
What?
Yeah, it was on there.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's like I had like a little local neighborhood name for rapping, but when I did that, that's what kind of like let the whole Bay Area and Northern Cali kind of like put some eyes on me. So.
Absolutely. That really solidified a lot of things for you.
For sure.
Do you actually physically sit down and write, whether it be pen to paper or type it on your phone, or are you more of I get in the studio and punch in, or is it a little bit of both?
It's both.
A little bit of both. Just depends on the type of record you're putting together.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I just go off the mood. If a certain beat, instrumental come on and I'm feeling it right there, I just go right there. If it's something different that I'm not used to, or I like it deeply and I want to take my time with it, I sit down and take my time with it.
Yeah, understood. How many songs do you have in the vault that are unreleased right now?
About 320.
Wow. Yo, like you in the studio a lot, man. I respect that. Do you have your own setup where you record yourself, or you going to the studio?
I just recently got my own setup about about 2 weeks ago.
Congratulations. That's a big move right there.
Thank you.
Now you can get in there any time of the day. Now you can wake up out your sleep and say, yo, I got to go record.
Yeah.
Man, and then you send it out for mixing and mastering?
Yes. Yep.
Is that something you ever desired to learn how to do, is the mixing and mastering portion?
Recently, I've been wanting to learn it.
Yeah.
Recently, like now that I'm starting to see like that's the best way to go about it, because you know how you more so want it to sound than anybody when you writing the music. Like a producer or an engineer can kind of give you a good idea of what angle you're going, but you know 100% how you want it to sound. So I'm most definitely interested in trying to learn some of that.
That's facts. I always say to artists, who better to get your sound the way you want it than you? Because you can already hear it in your head.
Yeah.
You already can hear in your head how you want it, the final product to be. And trying to explain that to someone is almost impossible.
Yeah, not for sure.
You know, and shout out, there's some phenomenal engineers out there who get people right every single day. But I feel like if that's something you can learn to do, you can really hone in on your craft even more and probably experiment a little bit more with your music as well.
Yeah.
Definitely. With the studio sessions that you have done since you've been in here in Atlanta, have you met some dope people along the way?
Yeah, man, I ain't got nothing but love out here. Like,
Yeah.
I love it. It's been super supportive. I like the way everybody vibe. The energy's been smooth. The connections, the networking. Like, I love everything about every studio I went to out here.
100%. Listen, and that's the one thing that I love about Atlanta versus a lot of other cities. There are so many studios out here that you can pick and choose from. Like, I remember coming from back home in Tampa, there was only like maybe 2 really dope studios versus out here there's like 50 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Probably even more than that, but you know, that there's a lot of them out there. What would you say is like one of the most important things you've done since you've been in the A to kind of get yourself out there? You got this accolade on the West Coast with Too Short. What is one of the things you've done since you've been out here?
Honestly, this probably, so far as the music and recording, it's probably about the first thing right here. Because we'll get into that later if we ask, but my kids box, so I opened up a boxing gym out here. I kind of locked in on that first.
Yes.
But this, like, so far as the music, this probably about my first step to, you know what I'm saying, pushing myself so far as like some publicity and, you know what I'm saying?
Because he's officially the industry's most wanted now. Let's talk about your business venture. You said you opened up a boxing gym.
Yes.
Bro, first of all, congratulations. That's a major power move, opening up a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a lot to do that. And I love the fact that you open a boxing gym. Where is it located?
It's in Hiram.
Okay.
It's in Hiram.
Dope. What made you decide that was the route you wanted to go to become an entrepreneur, is open a boxing gym? Talk to us about it.
It was more of a calling.
Yes.
It was more of a calling. My sons came to me, wanted to box. Because I used to box. I didn't go pro or nothing, but I competed while I trained for years out there in Oakland. So my son ended up liking it, and then his friends ended up liking it. And I seen some of the youngsters going through certain things like losing their pops and fathers and family members during COVID and kind of veering towards the streets. And I seen how the boxing kind of like kept them level-headed. So it just happened fast. It was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something to give back. You know what I'm saying, for once. And I just did it, and it's been smooth ever since. I got a business partner. Shout out to my business partner. She know what I'm talking about. Me and her went in 50-50, and I've just been, you know, just trying to help the youth and the young adults. You know what I'm saying? Really about it. It was more like a calling.
Congratulations to both of you, you and your business partner. Again, that's a big power move, you know, to take that step out on faith, not knowing how it's going to work out. And it sounds like it's working out beautifully for you. So is it something that anybody can come join? Yeah. Anybody,
we got people that compete. We got people that just come to lose weight, learn how to fight, self-defense, and anything you could think of, just to have fun, be in that environment, because it's a positive, smooth environment.
Yeah. Growing up, like, honestly, boxing was like the only sport that I really enjoyed watching. You know, I was a huge fan, of course, of Sylvester Rocky, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I really loved boxing to the point where I used to order the pay-per-views and stuff. And I enjoy other sports, but I don't know, there's something about boxing that always intrigued me. Do you still, I know you said that you were boxing, is it something that you still actively do?
I coach on I coach some of the youngsters in there, and I get in there, hit the bag, try to keep myself sharp from time to time.
Yeah.
Move around, get a little sparring with the youngsters, move around.
It's a great workout.
It is.
It is a great workout. I actually, prior to the gym I'm going to now, I was going to one, and they closed it, but it was called Tap Out Fitness.
I heard of them.
Yeah, and that's what it was based around. I think they got bought out. It's another chain now, but it was based around, they had like boxing classes, cardio, kickboxing classes. Man, I still got my boxing gloves because I used to love doing that at another gym I was going to in Tampa because it does a great workout.
You gotta pull up one day.
I will. I would love to come check it out because I'm now like super on my health and wellness journey. I would love to come through and check it out. I will. You gonna teach me a little something?
I got you. I'm gonna get you right. I'm gonna get you right.
Definitely. Let's take it outside of music. When you're not working at the gym, when you're not creating music and you have maybe a little free time with your family, what do you guys enjoy doing?
Like going to albums, walking around to like festivals, food festivals, shopping.
Yeah. For dope jackets like that.
You gotta stay fly, gotta throw that shit on. But yeah, just sometimes just simple shit like just going to the park, letting the kids play with themselves, you know what I'm saying? Play with other kids, watching them play, bowling, shooting pool.
Okay.
We try to just mix it up and do a little bit of everything.
How important is that to you to take time for you and your family? Because a lot of people get so caught up in only focusing on the career side.
Yeah. I feel like it's needed.
Yeah.
I love doing it. I try to make it a priority.
Yeah.
Try to make it part of the scheduling. Working hard or not working hard, because you created that family.
Yes.
So they deserve the attention that they deserve. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? They look up to you, especially being the man of the household. You're the backbone. So each kid is different. Each person is different in the household. This kid may want the materialistic things, but this kid may be like, I don't want the materialistic things. I want your time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have balance there.
You have a daughter?
Yes. I got 3 daughters.
One thing I could tell you, and I'm going to tell you something you don't know, you already know this. A little girl's first love is always her father.
For sure.
100%. So I love the fact that you're, making sure that you have what's called work-life balance. A lot of people don't know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that is beautiful. How old are your kids?
Grown. I got some 17-year-olds.
No, you don't. Yeah. He lying.
17.
Stop. You must have started when 15. You were super young.
I did. I had my first kid when I was like 14, 15.
Wow, okay.
Yep. So, I got some kids damn near grown.
Listen, I love that for you though. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing more of a blessing in this world than having kids. I had my son at 19 and I was fairly young, and I understand, it'd be difficult during that time, but in hindsight, I wouldn't change anything.
No, me neither.
Wouldn't change nothing for the world. Are any of your kids involved with music or interested in music?
One of my sons is, he's 16, he rap, he make music.
Okay.
He got a little fan base, kind of somewhat TikTok famous. Shout out to Young Gouda. He do his thing.
He's out here in the A?
Yeah, he out here in the A with me.
Okay, man.
You know we gonna get him on here. You know I'm gonna get him up here.
I would love that. One thing that I really, really, really enjoy is sitting down and interviewing the youth.
For sure.
I've had some as young as 11 years old sit down with me that do music.
That's crazy.
And I love interviewing them because it's so different than like you and I talking. You know what I'm saying? Because kids are so pure.
They're pure.
They're innocent. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to do that at some point in time. That would be amazing.
For sure.
100%. And we got to get them in radio rotation.
For sure. I'll put it together for sure.
Would you say at this point in time, you've been doing music like professionally for 15 years. Yeah. Do you feel like you have fully developed that sound, that signature Cee Munyun sound that you want the world to hear? Or is it something you're still working on? You definitely mastered it.
I found it.
You found it. How long did that take?
About 14 years.
Long time.
About 14 years. Like, I always had the pen, but I had to work on the delivery.
Yeah.
Because some people here, you be like, you too aggressive. You too calm. You know what I'm saying? So I found some balance. So, I kind of found,
How do you keep from allowing other people's sound to influence your sound to keep it original to who you are?
I mean, with so many people rapping nowadays, it's kind of hard to do that. Like, by me being from Cali, like, if you ask somebody from Cali, do he sound like Nipsey or sound like this? They're going to be like, hell nah. But when you come out of state, when you come to the South, East Coast, it's like same thing with us. When I first heard certain Atlanta artists and down South artists, I'm like, man, he sound like him. He sound like him. But now that I'm actually out here, it's like, nah, I don't really sound like each other. So it's kind of hard to not do that with so many people rapping. But what I try to do is I try to be mindful.
Yes.
That there's so many people doing this rapping right now, and I try to like just use some self-talk. Stop, think like, nah, I don't want to say that because it's gonna sound like this. I'm trying to keep it original and find. You know what I'm saying, get kind of creative. You know what I'm saying, or have my own style.
Would you say that the music that you're creating now over these last, you said you've been here for about 4 years?
Yes.
Over these last 4 years, have you somewhat adapted to the Atlanta style of way people present their music?
Yeah, I do. And I like it. I want to be one of the artists that could do both.
Yes.
I can get on some Atlanta beats and still bring, you know what I'm saying, like some Southwest type shit.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I at first, when I first came, that's what everybody was saying. Like, man, that shit, you gonna have to jump on some Atlanta beats. You ain't listening to that shit. You gotta jump on some Atlanta beats. So, but the more I done jumped on them, I actually kind of like it more. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Probably because that's what you're hearing a lot of now. You're here. So you turn on the radio, you go to the club, you're going to hear a lot of Atlanta or like Southeast type music. Sure. Definitely. Are you at all open to other genres of music outside of hip hop?
For sure.
What would be a go-to for you?
Eventually, I want to see how I feel to jump on a few things. Like I want to do some pop songs, like rap pop songs. See how I sound on that. Like some I ain't gonna say R&B, but some harmonizing type different songs mixed with a little rap, and I'm willing to work with whoever, country, whatever.
I love that. And I see a lot of hip hop artists diving into other genres. Country is becoming a big one that they're diving into. They're kind of still keeping that hip hop, but giving it a country twist. And I love that because it opens you up to a whole new audience.
It does.
And it's important as an artist, you have to be open to that. Who are some of the producers that you've worked with since you've been in Atlanta?
Let's see here. I work with William Lawson, Willie Beeman. I work with John Boy, and I ain't really worked with nobody else like that.
Yeah.
I still be getting a lot of production from back home. I love to work with some. Whoever see this interview, tap in. We're gonna leave all the information on there. I love to get some Atlanta producers on some of the projects I got going on.
Absolutely. On the 21st of November, Big and I, we have an indie concert that we're doing downtown Atlanta. Okay. And one of the things that we always do is we invite local producers out for the artists to network with. Okay. So we're going to have a few Atlanta producers in the building, maybe, and we always bring them up so people know who they are. Okay. Maybe come through and network. You know what I'm saying? We got performance opportunities if you're interested in that, but like one of the producers that I used to manage out here in Atlanta, we're still great friends, is Shawty Fresh. He produced a lot of music for Trouble, Bankroll Fresh, Gucci Mane. The list goes on. He's going to be there. Okay. So definitely he's got that true Atlanta sound. Okay. That would be somebody for you to come network with for sure. So I'll keep you posted in the loop on that. Definitely.
Appreciate it.
Do you have at all any anticipation on putting an EP or album out maybe within the next year or so?
Yeah, I've just been releasing song after song. Videos. I just got back started moving probably about 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah. So that's what we're working on. We just want to pick the right songs, see how the world respond to some of the stuff we just shooting out there, see what they like. Yeah. And then that's what we're gonna run with.
Absolutely.
Just listening for the responses and stuff right now.
It's the way to do it. You are feeding the people and seeing what they are becoming receptive to. Oh, I like this. Oh, this one's cool, but I like this one.
Exactly.
100%, because that's what it's about, is creating music that people resonate with, going back to like what we said earlier. So we can anticipate a project, the next 6 to 12 months per se?
You're going to get one faster.
Faster than that?
Yeah, you probably get one in the next 60 to 90 days.
Really? Yeah. So potentially before this year is out or early on into 2025?
Yeah, early 2025.
That is dope, man. Listen, hey, we heard what he said, y'all. He's got over 300 records in the vault. He got the music. He could put out several albums, but like you said, it's kind of like, will this be your first project since you've been in the A?
Yes.
So yeah, you want to make sure this is my debut project since being in the A. You want to make sure you're doing it all the way right. So do you think you'll kind of give it a little bit of Atlanta, Cali vibe on there? I love that.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Like I said, I love it out here. This is my second home now. I don't plan on moving back to Cali. So, you got to adapt to where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like I most definitely want to bring that.
That is facts. That's how I feel. Like, I'm from Florida. I've been in Atlanta since 2013. I love Florida, but I'm like, I don't know if I ever see myself moving back there just because I spent my entire life there. It's like you have to get out and venture out and move around, especially you got a whole business established here now. 100%. So one of your most recent records that you're pushing is called Addicted to Money. Listen, we all addicted to that Munyun, right? That Munyun.
Sure.
Where were you at mentally when you wrote this record, bro? Like, talk to us about the creative process behind it.
I was just, I had to think like, what do I do it for? The family.
Yeah.
And you can't take care of your family without no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything I do and based on, you know, they say money not everything, but I'm a firm believer it ain't everything, but it's most everything.
Damn near is.
Yeah. So, you know, that's what I've been addicted to doing, chasing money, because I always had to take care of my younger siblings, me, myself, now my kids.
Yeah.
So I'm addicted to it.
Absolutely, because I think as a man, I can't speak for a man, but just I've been around a lot of men in my life, you know, family and friends and significant others. I feel like that's one of the most important things is making sure that not only are you able to take care of yourself, but you want to take care of your family as well. That's a major thing for men, and I think that's why a lot of men go through depression or mental health because they feel inadequate when they can't provide.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And you have.
I've been there.
I think we've all been there. Yeah. Listen, I've been so down in certain times where I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay my bills. You know what I'm saying?
Don't quit. Don't quit.
Yes.
Pray. Don't quit. It's gonna come. Just be genuine. It's gonna come. Whoever see this, don't quit. It's gonna come. Do good to others, and I promise you, it's inedible. It's going to come back to you. I promise you.
100%. Do you have a relationship with our Lord and Savior?
Yes, for sure.
One of the most important things in your life, right?
For sure.
Definitely. Yes. And like you said, don't quit because God is always going to make a way if you stay faithful to Him. 100%, bro. Anything else that you got coming up in the works that we have not talked about that people need to be put on game with?
Nothing I want to discuss yet. I want to make sure everything is set first.
Understood.
I'm going to come back on here and let y'all know.
Definitely.
Time, for sure.
100%. And we got to get you tapped in with the OG as well. You know what I'm saying? On Trapping from the Basement. Absolutely. Before we get up out of here, tell everybody that's interested in following your movement, keeping up with new releases, where can they follow you at?
You can follow me on Instagram at Cee_Munyun, Cee_MUNYUN. I'm on TikTok, same name. The YouTube is CEE _MUN. I'm there. Y'all tap in. Anybody want to collab? Anybody want to producers, rap artists, labels, whatever? Tap in.
Make sure y'all tap in with him because he's like he's like a ball of good energy. You know what I'm saying? One thing I thrive on is people's energy because we can't destroy it. No, for sure. We can transfer it. I read the room. From the second you walked in the door, I felt that good energy, bro.
Me too. I felt it from you too.
Yeah, man, 100%. It's like, boom, radiating. And that's important. You know, especially in a business like this, we got to build those relationships. No, for sure. 100%. I know you got a lot of people that love you, support you. Anybody you want to give thanks to, give a shout out to? Man,
shout out to everybody who's been supporting me all these years, been telling me don't quit. Shout out to my kids. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the label, MTL, Mud Time, Blessings Money. Shout out to my little brother for, you know what I'm saying, telling me don't quit. We going to get you home. Don't worry about it, baby. When you come home, you be seeing this.
Free the guys.
That's really about it. Free all the guys. Free all my little brothers. You know, I'm going to keep this shit going for us. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to everybody who didn't turn their back and told me to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the ones that did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Nah, facts. That's what makes us.
For sure.
Definitely. And shout out to Harlem for making this connection.
Shout out for sure. I can't. My bad, Harlem. 10. TNT, my bad. Shout out to Harlem, Big 5-5. Shout out to 10. Shout out to the whole music crew, Dudes, Ripper, Tagger. Shout out to my whole family, my whole music family. Like, shout out to all y'all. If I missed y'all name, you know who in the circle. I apologize, but thank you for bringing it to my attention. Shout out. That's one of the hardest things to do is remember everybody. So I tell people, if we forget somebody, charge it to the game, not to our heart, because it'd be difficult to remember because there'd be so many people along your journey that rock with you. I had so many people tell me on the way up here, you better shout me out, don't forget. When you put on the spot, that's when you forget. Then you get out the door, you're like, dang. I got one last question. We are live. Industries. Big Industries Most Wanted, not the little one. Wanted. Cee Munyun, man. Tell everybody what makes you the industry's most wanted. Man, me. versatile. Ain't nothing I can't jump on. I write my own music. You know what I'm saying? I get it done fast. I work fast. In-N-Out burgers. You know what I'm saying?
In-N-Out records.
and I'm easy to work with. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it done, and I'm very passionate about it. I'm super passionate about my music.
I could tell. Listen, I could tell that you're super passionate about everything in your life, your family, your business, your music, yourself.
Thank you.
God, I love that for you, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Proud of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We up out of here, y'all.
Ain't nothing flipping, but there's not on. Something soft, make it clap when she on top of me. Ain't ducking nothing, I get niggas to drop on me. The love gone, though I know I did a lot for him.